So my name is Trixie Munyama. They call me Tilikishi. They call me Bese Vete, Vefabase, let them die. They call me Grace. They call me Beatrix, bearer of joy, Munyama. And I'm the choreographer, the performer, the vessel, the conduit, whatever it is that I do. For Hun.
Hi, I am Carin Bester, and I was an audience member and a follower in Khun, and I followed her into the light, into the petals, and into a moment of beautiful. It was a beautiful journey that happened without any direction given or anything like that. It just happened, and it was beautiful. Thank you.
Wonderful. So Karen.
Yes.
Karen.
Carin.
You know, I love Afrikaans, hey, actually. I like Afrikaans because Afrikaans is now, it's an African language.
It is.
And Hun,
Khun.
Hun, the performance, the work,
Yeah.
is in a Namibian language called Khoikhoi, which is also here.
Okay.
It's a San Khoisan language.
Yes,
It's a
it
Khoi
is.
language. And so Hun means things. And guess where Hooters in Afrikaans
Goeders,
comes
goed.
from? Hun. Things.
We're all connected.
Exactly.
We're all the same.
Exactly, but different. and so Hun, things inima talks about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Talks about my own personal journey to healing, and how my personal journey allowed me to have to see myself. First of all, I have to see my own trash.
Yeah.
I had
wanted
to,
ask you about
yeah,
the trash.
yeah.
So,
So-
on the top of the stairs.
Yes, that's called Stairway to Babylon.
Stairway
to Babylon,
Okay,
yeah.
What were you washing with? What were you smearing?
Darkness.
Darkness. Okay.
Because we have to understand that darkness, which is trash,
Yeah.
we all fear darkness, right? We all fear. We have fear of dirt,
Yeah.
which essentially, symbolically, it means we have fear of our own things,
Yeah,
our own
because
trash.
We are dark because if
We
you're
have
not dark, you
trash.
don't have light. If you don't have
Right.
light, you don't have dark.
So now what you have to do, you have to accept and wash yourself in your own darkness.
Okay. What I like about it is the different senses that get stimulated. So from the start, there's the smell as well as the sound and the visual. And I was lucky enough because I got the touch as well because I joined in. So I literally had all the senses that was.
So, so what? So the room of life. The room of life is about then acceptance of both light and darkness, and it is about celebrating both of that. And for us to heal, we have to smell life. We have to be in the water. We have to flow with the water. We have to remove the trash completely. You leave it behind. Wash yourself in water because we have water, all of
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
And
exactly.
it talks about collectively, it talks about humanity, it talks about us healing ourselves to love one another ultimately. Because this world is, yay, it's trash.
And it's also interesting because I think a lot of that has got to do with us needing to trust. And you were in the petals, and I was still standing, and you said trust. And I immediately knew that you were referring to my tattoo on my leg that says trust. And it was a reminder of why I have the tattoo of trust is trust in yourself and trust the moment, trust the experience, trust. And at that moment, I could let go. And I trusted, and I was like, this is what I need to do, and I did it. I don't know, it was comfortable. I mean, because outside I already got the candle, and it was nice because I started leading the circle, and I was just in that moment of, it was creating a calmness for me in that. So then when you approached and you took my hand, I was just like out of my shoes.
Really, girl? You're ready to go?
My shoes stayed behind.
Yes.
I'm like, shoes and petals.
No.
I'm not going to go in petals with my shoes.
Yes. You're not going to go
That's
trash
okay.
in life.
No, exactly.
You have to remove all that.
Yeah, so no, I literally, as I stepped down, I stepped out of my shoes and I stepped down. So, yeah,
Your spirit was ready.
yeah. Like I said, it was from the outside, because the outside bit was very spiritual. And I was definitely immediately connected to that.
Okay.
So when you came to me, it was just easy to just follow.
Because normally with the show, it's now been the fourth or third time that we've done it, but we've done it in Namibia. And what I do is I invite somebody to come. But usually it is not me that invites, right? It is the energy that I'm feeling. That's why it takes me a while. I have to like scan and then get a vibe.
Yeah.
And it happens like that. And normally the people that I always choose are dancers, or they're dancers. The first time it happened, it was my curator in Namibia, Hamish Olifir. He actually came by himself the first time. So I got the idea then of inviting and feeling the vibe and allowing them because Kun is not about me. It's not a show. It's really not a show. I always feel like it's not a performance. It's not a costume that I'm wearing to perform. You understand? And so I attract those who are in that moment of peace, of love, who I know it might be difficult, and that's a challenge to trust, right? This is like there's a slight fear, there's a slight agitation or anxiety. So did you have a bit of that at all, of that
Well,
when you go to the
so
because I do. Whenever I get to the edge of the circle. Whenever I get to yeah, it's better. So what I'm saying is whenever I get to the edge of the circle, I always fear. Because I've gone through a lot, all that trash, all my own traumas, and then the trauma of collectively, the trauma of my country, of individuals, the trauma of the nation, the world,
yeah.
and that gets put on my head. I have to carry that, right, including mine and everybody. So it's heavy. So when that release comes, but yet I have to accept, to trust that life will carry me. I have to rest in life.
Yeah, so obviously I arrived and I was comfortable following you, but I wasn't exactly sure what it is I needed to do, which is why I was quite still for a moment. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to just dive into this and pretend I'm like, yay, I'm swimming in the petals. So I waited for the feeling. But also, as I said, when you say trust, it's like stop doubting and trust what you're feeling. And the feeling, then I followed the feeling. So yeah, I think, like you say, your piece is not a show. To me, I think it's more like a ritual. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what it felt like.
I don't know what it is, actually. I really don't know what it is. I don't know.
But it was beautiful.
Thank you.